Hey there friends, what's going on? It's Codiak here. Welcome to Legacy Gaming and a Death's Door boss guide video. Today we are taking on the first real boss in the game, the Guardian of the Door. It's still very early in your playthrough in the game, but we wanted to make sure that we had comprehensive guides for each of the boss fights so that you would know exactly what you needed to do to take down these ultimate challenges. Of course, there are going to be some spoilers here, so if you don't want to see what these boss fights are all about, you probably didn't click on this video, but fair warning, and here we go. Alright, so our first real challenge here, the Guardian of the Door. This is a boss that we saw in all of the preview material for the game. It's been in trailers, but I'm excited to finally fight this one. Really straightforward, really simple, not a lot to overcomplicate here because it is the first real boss in the game. You would expect that to be pretty straightforward. So you're going to see the boss has a few different mechanics here. The first is going to be that he's going to zoom around the room, kind of use his jets just to close the gap, try and get closer to you. As you can see, I'm keeping my distance away from this boss, just showing you exactly how he maneuvers. If he does get close, he will use his arms, if you will, they're the towers on either side, to slam into the ground. There's the slam, and then he'll do a twist attack just like that to try and just hit you with a bit more range. And there's a couple variations on that twist attack. So really the key here is to use your bow when possible. You can use your bow, deplete it, and then hit the boss in melee to gain some of your charges back, and you can just keep repeating that cycle. Once the boss gets to a certain point, there's no health bars in the game, but you'll see him go to the end of the room and he'll start to charge up a laser beam. All you need to do is just keep moving. You can either roll through this if you want, or you can just run. Obviously, you don't have a lot of haste at this point in the game, so just keep moving. He'll also shoot off these little rockets here, very clearly marked on the ground where they're gonna land, so you just need to avoid them at all costs. Don't focus on DPSing during this time, just focus on surviving. These fights are very straightforward, and they reward you for just being patient, very much like a Souls-style game. If you're just patient and wait for your opportunities to attack, you're gonna be just fine. Again, he's using this laser beam effect more because he's probably around half health at this point. Again, it's really hard to tell. You can only really tell by the cracks in the boss themselves. He'll start to combine moves here, as you can see. He'll fly around the room, he'll use his melee attacks and his kind of artillery attacks at the same time. But nothing really changes. You've seen everything that you're going to need to see in this fight. He'll move to the end of the room frequently during this part, so feel free to use your arrows. As long as you're confident with your ability to dodge the laser beam, you're gonna be absolutely fine. You can even get a little bit more bold and brash if you want to, get right up in the boss's face. He really doesn't have anything that's overly intimidating. That slam and spin is pretty easy to get around. There is a grace period after the strike where you can get some free attacks in, and again, it's all about that cycle. Swapping between melee and ranged, using your sword to build up range charges, then using your bow from a distance. You're much safer out there to take down the boss's HP, and just bouncing back and forth between them. As long as you're dodge rolling, as long as you're staying away from those big attacks, the sweep and the swing and the laser beam, you're gonna be just fine. If you guys do have any questions about the Guardian of the Door, please let us know in the comments section below, and remember to keep it right here at Legacy Gaming for more Death's Door boss guides in your feed. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and we will see you next time. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.